G'day guys, Emil here with your little bit of homework, getting ready for this week's final session, which is really practicing real talk. I've sent you all a real talk template, okay? The 4 tabs that we're going to be working through. I've just got profiling up here just to run through that again. There's the team currently, okay? That's the work we went through on last session, okay? That's just for your own benefit there. But the slides that we're going to, or the tabs we're going to use for the pre-session homework is really the culture code that you've currently got around your behaviors, your My Self-Reflection template, and your peer-to-peer real talk. Nothing else really matters. And the profiling is not being used in this particular session other than it's just there for you to refer to, okay? So the behaviors that we've created to date are here, okay, wrapped around the understanding that the Blue Rock values are those 6 there. But I think you guys created about 27 different value or behaviors rather through the training to date. Over the coming weeks and months, we will refine this. But for now, use this as the reference point for the exercise, which is going to be completing your My Self-Reflection and your peer-to-peer real talk, okay? So first things first, dive into the My Self-Reflection. So you'll chuck your name up in here, your position and the date, okay? And then first question is, how do you want to be described? In a perfect world, in an ideal world, what are the 3 words you'd like to be described? So what are your personal values, okay? I like to dump a lot of words down and then pick my top 3, okay, rather than just try and knock the 3 out of the park, okay? Dump a bunch down, you might end up with 12 or 15, and then go, what are the 3 that I most want to be described? What are the 3 that give me the most amount of energetic power, if you will? Okay. What words eat up other words, and then cull it down to your final 3. Then you're going to dive into areas for strength. What do you believe your strengths are? In terms of behaviors, what do you think the team will say for you in relation to your areas of strength? What do they want you to keep doing? Chuck your behaviors in here, and you can use the reference point of your code behaviors here. And if anything else comes up, chuck it in there as well. You've got plenty of room there. You might not fill it all in, obviously. And then where you can and where appropriate, chuck in some stories and examples where you feel like you live that behavior. So if you're looking at the code and going, yeah, provide positive feedbacks of your strength of mind, chuck it into there, and then go, yeah, last week we were going through that report. It had a few mistakes, had a lot of mistakes actually, but I did provide some positive feedback to understand what did work. And then I obviously laced in the things that didn't work. Okay. So telling stories and examples is fantastic because it brings the real talk to life, because when we do share stories and examples, we tend to speak in behavior. Okay. Which is what it's all about. Okay. Then the next question, again, what are your areas of growth? What do you think the team will ask for you to stop and or start doing? Again, use your code and the behaviors here that we've created. And if anything else comes up, chuck it into the behavior column. And stories and examples, again, go back in time and think, geez, yeah, I could have probably could deliver on Word. I had a report due and I didn't get it in on time. And then I told the team on the due date, I should have spoken up earlier and reported the fact that I couldn't complete it 2 or 3 days before the deadline, okay? And then a little tweak at the end is, what do you think the team expects of you as a teammate? Now, it will come off of the back of these other questions, but just in here, what do you think the team will expect of you? It sometimes creates a little bit of a deviation off of the first 3 questions, and it's always good to get little insights there. Don't worry too much about the bottom part. We'll do that in the actual session. So what are your 3 values? What are your strengths and stories to correlate? What are your areas of growth and stories to correlate? That should take you about 5 to 8 minutes, okay? Don't take too long. Don't let it drag out, okay? And so I just thought the Zoom knocked out then. Okay, so then peer-to-peer real talk. This is where you will start to put in your teammates in your group. So you put your teammate name in here and why you love working with them. What are the areas of strength that they have? And again, use your code as the reference point and any stories and examples to support it. What do you think they can improve on? I think you can improve on Jamie, and here's the stories and examples to support that. And do that for each team member inside of your team, okay, based on last week's conversation. Okay, again, using your culture code behaviors here from 4 to 17. These are the behaviors we've created inside of general insurance and finance that says to us, we will be relentless, responsible, innovative, proactive, honest, and positive. So these values in behavior look like these, okay? And go through each team member. Then in the session, we'll have a chance to talk about the delivery, and you'll actually have time to share your information in live, open, and honest, constructive format, which we call Real Talk. So we're going to put that Real Talk framework into action at our next session. Any questions, please reach out. Pretty self-explanatory. Use your culture code behaviors to fill out your My Self-Reflection with stories and your peer-to-peer Real Talk. And again, whenever possible and relevant, provide stories and examples. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you later in the week. Cheers for now.